Hallo und willkommen zurück zu Pillars of Eternity. Wir sind noch in Galawains Maw und schauen uns jetzt mal hier um. Mal gucken, ob wir hier zu diesen Bären kommen. Ja, mal gucken, ob wir durch den Ladebildschirm kommen.
We can't stay down here. Someone must go to the nest eventually.
What? Two wood elves, a man and a woman, wear colorful robes embroidered with a matching emblem, a winged egg. Apart from their clothing, they couldn't be more different. She folds her arms and continually scolds at the broken walls around them. He, on the other hand, mutters prayers, his shade-dappled face as tranquil as the cloudless sky.
Just how are we supposed to worship the Sky Mother from among the weeds, This is a disgrace.
Calm yourself. We should be grateful that she protected us from the winged terror. Besides, even here we have a visitor.
Actually, I received a vision from Hela. What is this winged terror you speak of?
A dragon. One that has taken up residence in the nest, the true temple of Helia, and slain many of her faithful. And one which a new one has been in favor of killing from the beginning.
But no, you advised caution. Now word spread that the dragon ate a few of our followers, and anyone willing to slay it wants an Anumfoth's ransom for the job.
I told you a larger party wouldn't stand a chance. By the time the first half reached the top of the mountain, the second half would still be stuck in the pass. They'd be burned alive. Contrary to Anuin's suggestion, I am in favor of sending someone to kill the dragon. But I suggest a smaller party, and one willing to seek Helia's blessing.
Das werden natürlich wir sein. He gives you a curious look. Let me ask you about something else. Go ahead then. This is the temple of Hylia.
Do you hear this, Wag?
She rolls the sky blue eyes and elbows her companion. You hear this, Wag?
Relax, Anuin. I'm sure he meant nothing by it. Forgive my consort. She's been rather excitable of late. This is not, as you seem to recognize, our actual temple. It's merely a shrine we've set up after the business with the dragon.
A chanter named Delem told me he could restore this district with his songs if I found some exotic birds for him to eat. She sneers. And if he told you that you could jump off a Matium bridge and sprout wings, would you believe that too? It's a foolish superstition and nothing more. The queen of the birds blesses us with her attendance so that we can hear her songs, not eat her flesh. The living lands? She raises an eyebrow at you. Oh, do people from the living lands eat their teachers? I suppose I'd believe anything about that place. Actually, I received a vision from Hylia. She bid me speak with you about the menace that's settled over her temple.
A vision from the goddess herself? What a rare and fortunate blessing.
Ja, wenn ich das sage, dann stimmt das wohl, wa? Onwin squints at you. Your vision did reveal that the menace is a dragon, yes? She steps back and gives you a long look. To be honest, I expected the Sky Mother would summon a whole flock of warriors to fight this monster. I fear so few will be like sparrows attacking an eagle. But if Hylia has tasked you, then who are we to doubt? Onwin is right, however. You must prepare yourself for a powerful and crafty foe. The nest and the dragon are perched atop a mountain beyond the North World. He points northward along the path. Follow this trail into the wilderness, and then look for another path carved into the cliffs. May the Sky Mother's blessing aid you. Was ist sonst noch was zu sagen? I have questions about the dragon. Well, we'll tell you as much as we can. He gives Onwin a stern look. Has this sort of thing happened before? Never. Or our order would have started to resemble the Fangs a long time ago. Perhaps there's reason this has happened now. She scowls. Let us be clear. You suggest that there's some misdeed in our midst, that we've committed a crime against our goddess or some other and received our just punishment. Owen, please. He lays a head on her shoulder. Onwin. She shakes his hand off. I don't know why these things happen, why our own mother goddess allowed scores of her followers to perish among flames. She narrows her eyes, speaking between her teeth. And if you ever discover why, I invite you to come back and tell the rest of us. How did the dragon come to be here? With a great beating of wings and a fiery roar. Who knows who those beasts come and go? It's here, and that's what matters. If you're asking why this has happened, only the gods know. I suspect it's a test of faith from Hylia herself, but who can say? Well said. Heravius interrupts with a chuckle. These too have a little bit of whale in them. He breathes in deeply, smiling as if awash in the smell of baked goods. Was? Okay. This is a mystical playground controlled by unknowable deities. There are so many other things to worry about than the how and why of, well, anything. Well, did the dragon first show up? When did the dragon first show up? He looks skyward, thinking. It was several weeks ago. The creature cloaked the sky like a thundercloud and descended upon us all at once. There was no warning. Can you tell me anything about the dragon? She opens her mouth, a crooked smear on her face, but seems to think better of whatever she was about to say. After a pause, she says, nothing. We truly wish we could tell you more, but we, like the rest of Hylia's faithful, were running for our lives, and we were more fortunate than most. That's all I wanted to know about the dragon. Language is also sacred in our goddess. Something else you wish to speak of? I'd like to know more about Hylia.
Why, she's the goddess of song, art, the sky, and maternity. She's gentle and brilliant, speaking to her followers in dreams, inspiration, and birdsong. It is said that she wears a cloak adorned with a feather from every bird known to kith or wilder, and that she manifests in the flocks themselves.
Klar.
Aye, and in the screams of childbearing, which I can assure you is not so beauteous a thing.
This is true, which is why midwives are widely considered clergy of Hylia, as are many artists and poets. In any case, those of us who follow her feel closest to her splendor in a place where we might share light, song, and a view of the blessed sky.
Goodbye. Nest above the clouds. Travel to Hylia's temple. Priest blah 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 confirmed the dragon rose in nest. Hylia's temple. They want the best prove considerable challenge, but explain that the way to the nest lies through a mountain pass in Old Song and along the cliffs of Northward. Da. Oh, okay. Interessant.
Of course.
My thoughts will be as silent
Laufen
as
hier
my
gerade noch hin. Protektor. Schalten das frei. So. Da wurden welche gefoltert. Tschüss, und gucken, ob wir mit diesen reden können. Nö. Na gut, dann gehen wir wohl zurück in dieses Dingen da rein erstmal. Kann man sich nicht angucken. Was haben wir hier noch? Dorval.
What brings you here?
A thin, ragged man stands waiting on the barge, leaning on the oar. A smile of greeting splits his weathered features. It has been a very long time since an outsider sought passage to the burial isle. What is this burial isle? It is a sacred place, for it sits upon the great works of the builders. There, by our ancestors, all our Pfads are laid to rest. Few go there, my friend. It is not a place where the living walk. Take me across? Is it dangerous? Dorval nods solemnly. Those I bring to the island return the same way or else not at all. It is home only to the dead, spirits, shades of the builders remain. And watch over Father. They are bound to the island and protected fiercely. Na, das klingt dann aber auch schon wieder so gestellt. So von wegen, hier müssen wir doch mal einen Kampf unterbringen. Da ist soweit nichts mehr. Gucken wir hier oben noch. Da bin ich schon mal gewesen, wie es aussieht. Dann wieder zurück in diese Höhle hier rein. Bevor wir dann zu Noonfrost reingehen. So. Das war grundsätzlich Quatsch. Okay. Dann gehen wir da mal drüber. A thick, snarled tangle of dagger-sharp thorns and vines has grown across this passage. As you look on, the entire wall of vegetation seems to move, almost like it were breathing. Thick coils of vines twist and writhe across the gap with quite rustle of foliage. Examine the vines. Through the gaps in the twisting vegetation, you catch brief glimpse of what seems to be a wide circular chamber. From time to time you catch sight of tawny heights, and the rustling of the vines is briefly obscured by low growls. Aha, wenn man von der Seite auskommt.
Looks like the dead.
The thorny vines are twisted together, forming a wall. They quiver and begin to part as they draw near. The dense tangle of thorns blocks the path. The vines twitch into wriggle. Okay, hätte man wahrscheinlich ein paar Kämpfe umgehen können. An elven woman intercepts as you advance into the lair. Behind her is the largest lioness you have ever seen, a sleek beast with fangs as long as carving knives. The woman blocks your path to the lioness, seemingly at ease around the monster. This is Sal's domain. As Jamor, she shall not leave it for Ornos or any other challenger. Why does Zul refuse to face Ornos? Ornos is welcome to confront her here, as many challengers have in the past. What the Beer's supporters want for Zul is to leave her lair and fight in the open, where he has an advantage. But why should she? If Zul has an advantage here, it's one she earned. Would anyone expect to blunt the Beer's claws in order to even the odds? The Lord of the Hunt gives unique advantages to each. It's not for us to decide that some of them are worth less than others. The lioness gives a low growl, and Irenzi smiles. Also, Sul has recently given birth to cubs. They are small now, but when they grow, they'll be mightier than either Sul or Oernos. But if Sul is killed in combat, that bear will tear her young to shreds. Such is the way of the wild. Klingt auch wieder Unsinn. Her legacy is too valuable to perish this way. If we truly want the mightiest of beasts in the maw, then her cubs must grow to maturity. What are you doing here with Sul? She looks at the lion with something between fondness and admiration. Defending the rightful champion of Galavan's maw. Oernos supporters would have her ousted in favor of a bear that isn't strong enough to come and seize this territory on his own. I'll deal with Oernos. Sul isn't the rightful champion. I deal with Oernos. Good, the bear isn't nearly as strong as Anton and his followers think. If someone were to prove just how easily that bear can be killed, that would cure everyone of their delusions about it. Ravius glares at you with a worried smirk. I wonder what Galavan will think of all this. His great lioness gets someone else to deal with her challenger? He falls silent for a moment before becoming instantly cheerful. And I would love to watch someone other than me offend the Seeker God. I can't wait to see how he tests them for their lack of decisiveness. Irgendwie sieht der bedrohlicher aus. Pass through. As you walk forward, the vines shift and the thorns retract, providing you with a clear and safe pathway through. You emerge unscathed on the other side. Wenn wir das hier... Force your way through. You stride boldly forward into the tangle of vines, only to find them as thick and tough as trees. The vines stir to live immediately upon contact, and soon you are surrounded by a writhing mass of thorns and cutting leaves. One vine finally swings towards you like a long club, and you find yourself knocked unceremoniously back in the direction you came. The quiet rustling of the vines has become a roar echoing through the maw. Okay. So, das heißt, wir müssen jetzt wieder zurücklatschen und sagen, hier, ne? Was geht? Oernos. Ich meine, haben die mich nicht angegriffen? Wie die anderen Verrückten. Einton sighs, spinning his eggs by the shaft. Too much waiting. Something's got to happen soon. Oernos isn't the rightful champion.
If you stand on the side of that toothless old bag of bones, then you stand in my way.
Actually, I'm going to reconsider this. Einton sighs, spinning his eggs by the shaft. Too much waiting. Something's got to happen soon. Okay. Das heißt, wir müssen uns jetzt für eine Seite entscheiden und diese Optionen können wir nicht auswählen. Muss ich gleich mal gucken, vielleicht. War da irgendwas bei, was wir buffen konnten? Ich glaube, eins war... Sul isn't the rightful champion. Ah, hier haben wir Rogue. Perhaps Sul hides behind the perils of the... her hand strays to a hatchet at their side. You would side with the bear too? Choose your next words with care. Perhaps Sul hides behind the perils of the maw because she's forgotten how to navigate them. I hadn't thought of it that way. She looks at the lioness sadly. Such a magnificent animal. I thought that protecting her served Galavan's will. But you're right. All all are eventually both hunter and hunted in his sight. We'll go. If Zul is truly worthy, she doesn't need our help. Und jetzt? Zul looks at Irenzi and her barbarians leave. Her cubs yelp from within their lair in the cavern's wall. The giant lioness bears her fangs, long as curved scimitars. She takes a step in your direction and growls. Und jetzt muss ich die trotzdem umhauen? Was macht denn das für einen Sinn? Na ja. Ich weiß nicht. Also das ist auf jeden Fall nicht so der Hit, was Questdesign betrifft. Naja. Hat der noch? Der könnte. Das hat sogar funktioniert. Body Attunement. Na komm, dann machen wir den kaputt. Jetzt wieder auf die Fresse bekommen, ganz ordentlich. Machen wir mal den drauf. Ah ja, es war ein grundsätzlicher AOE, das ist nur V. Machen wir den. Und der... Ja, den drauf. Body-Tunen misses. Kaputt, dann machen wir den ja auch noch direkt weg. Lalalala. Putzt. Hat wieder nicht geklappt. Du bist ja mal ein Gimp hier. Naja, ist auch wurscht. Weg. The old queen and the new king. Return to Galavan. And bla. Okay. Naja. Troughs of tawny fur and crushed grasses carpeted a small hollow in the back of the cavern.
My thoughts will be as silent as my feet.
Mhm. Sieht aber nach denen aus, die ich schon hab. Ne, Regeneration, das ist nicht schlecht. Glückwunsch. So, dann mal fix dahin. Und dann machen wir mal den. 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 Und dann machen wir Einden sighs, spinning his eggs by the shaft. Too much rating, something's got to happen soon. I've dealt with Zul.
Someone had to. Would have been good to let the two beasts brawl. But at least we can finally move on. It doesn't do for Gallowayne's mightiest hunters to skulk and hide in the back of a cave.
Das war's. Ach so, okay. Ja.
Still looking around? Watch your step. Tempers run hot around here, and not just among the animals.
I've dealt with the situation between Zul and Ornos, and now Ornos is champion of them all, and no more than a few fangs who will be happy with that. Perhaps it's a sign from Gallowayne himself that we need to focus on building our strength and forging new paths. Thank you for your help, Carrot. May Gallowayne guide your path. May Gallowayne. Ja. Take this with our thanks. She seems to suddenly remember something. You might visit Tier Everon to pray to the Lord of the Hunt. He sometimes grants special favors to those who prove themselves. Wir haben Cat's Claw bekommen. Ja, toll, ein Schwert. Das wir leider nicht brauchen können. Tschüss. Larha. Hat nichts zu sagen. Na, dann gehe ich halt wieder. Also ich würde mal behaupten, dass das ja mal sehr albern war. So. Die Quest hieß The Old Queen and the New King. Zul war das, was ich da umgehackt habe. Okay. Da haben wir noch Zeugs drin.
The chill of Rimergon's oblivion. The mindless beast. Easily brought to heel by the fire.
Kann man nicht anklicken. A chill hovers over the frozen lake, draining the air of warmth. Prison of Ice. Enter Noonfrost in Old Song. Find Alva. Was war denn das? Rimgard showed me a vision of Frost's breach. The pair elves trying to open it in the vision. The elves crumbled into snow and I sealed the gate with an ice crystal, but I still had... Wake when the dream ended. And I finally can use the shard from the vision to close it according to Rimgard's wishes. Das heißt, ich muss jetzt einfach durchlaufen und alles kaputt schlagen, oder was? Wenn die genauso brutalo stark sind wie die eben, dann sollte das wohl kein Akt sein. Vesgel. The pale elf searches you with ice blue eyes. She shifts and knits her fingers together. Welcome to Noonfrost. Most of the temple is currently closed for sacred ceremonies to Rumgard. She forces a smile and waves to the eastern doorway. The shrine is to your right. You're welcome to make your offerings to Rumgard there, but the rest of the temple is off limits. I'm looking for the frost-hewn breach. The barest flush rises in her pale cheeks. As I said, only the shrine in the eastern wing is open. The rest of the temple is closed to visitors right now. I suggest that you make your devotions here and leave. Her cheeks flush, Watcher. Perhaps she misinterpreted what you meant by frost-hewn breach. Her eyes dart between the two doors on either side of the room. If that's all, it seems the cold has spread from Noonfrost. She stiffens. Rumgard is the god of winter. It's been many years since his temple was attended, so there's nothing strange about a little chill around the place now. She lowers her hand. If it bothers you, then perhaps you should go. Tell me about Rumgard. He's the god of cold, entropy and collapse. Many see him as the harsh god, but few recognize that he also gives life in his own way. All things wind to a merciful end in his shadow, only to feed creation elsewhere. She frowns, gnawing her lip. But he is a silent god, and his ways are mysterious. To follow him is to accept inevitability without explanation. In this matter, and in the legacy, it seems the gods are often silent when we most crave guidance. Von ihr müsste ich auch noch irgendwo zu einer Quest kommen. Why is most of the temple closed? As I said, we are in the middle of sacred ceremonies. She enunciates carefully. They are rather complex, and we don't permit outsiders to witness them. She glances at the elves over her shoulder. Others of my clan get rather touchy about them, which is why you should visit the shrine and take your leave. What are you doing here? My clan journeyed from the White that wends to pay homage to Rumgard here at Noonfrost. We learned that this place had been abandoned for several years, and we felt it our duty to tend to one of our god's oldest temples. She rolls her shoulders back. It has been a long journey, but Rumgard demands endurance. No doubt he will reward us for ours. Goodbye. Pale Elf Priest. Sounds right, da kann man auch lang. The pages of this tome glisten under a thick layer of frost. Da dürfen wir nicht dran. No farther! Turn back and do not cross any doors. The halls beyond us belong to Rumgard and his faithful. Shh. Okay. Each line and wrinkle of this warrior's weather-beaten frown has been chiseled from the ice. Blue crystal key.
Of course. All right then.
Okay, die sind aber so billig, dass man da durchgehen können muss. Ich guck erstmal, was es hier sonst noch so gab. Ich nehme mal an, dass der Weg nach da hinten führt. So von wegen, ja, wir haben hier voll die Abkürzung gefunden. Die Tür ist jetzt einfach so aufgegangen. Trespassers in the inner halls! Okay, verstehe. Verstehe. Ja, wenn dieses Grundgelade jetzt nicht mal so lange dauern würde. So.
Of course.
Of course. Okay.
Of course.
Da sind wir weggekommen. Halt, Wanderer. Bla bla.
I'll stay out of sight.
Das ist aber schwer abgeschlossen, da kann ich ja gar nicht rein. Wo meint ihr denn, wo man durch kann? Nach Osten, Westen? Only the shrine in the eastern wing is open. Okay, ja, also dieses kleine Dingen da. Das ist ja Wahnsinn. Und wenn ich das knacke, dann sind die auch böse. Na gut. Ja, dann gucken wir uns da einfach mal so ein bisschen um. Ganz sneaky, sneaky. Am besten dann nur mit dem... dann mache ich am besten einen neuen Spielstand, damit ich das nicht mit Quicksaves kaputt speichere.
Alright then.
Blum, blum, blum. Ich meine, ich könnte die natürlich auch alle umhaken, aber das ist auch nicht der Sinn der Sache. Lululululu. Holz. Ja, ja, ja. Ja, tschö. Da könnten wir dann später hin, aber ich nehme an, dass das hier quasi so der Weg ist, den man sich durchknacken kann. Ach, verdammter Mist! Bin aber auch hier ein bisschen verplant. Da werden wir direkt für bestraft mit einem Ladebildschirm.
Of course.
Zurück. Ja, ja. Hold.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Water drips from the edges of the alcove. Mhm. Silver Key. Okay, dann müssen wir nochmal runter. Einmal warten, bis der wieder runtergelaufen ist. Durch, wieder hoch. Okay, es geht auch so. Nein! So, speichern. Na, verdammt, zu früh hingelaufen. Hätte ich natürlich auch auf langsamen Geschwindigkeit machen müssen, dann hätte ich das direkt gesehen. Hätte ich natürlich jetzt auch den Schlüssel noch klauen können. Aber die kann auch einfach alles knacken. Die Schlüssel sind, wahrscheinlich wäre hier der Schlüssel für eine andere Tür gewesen und hier ist der Schlüssel. Das gibt's doch nicht. Dass man quasi immer größere Schlüssel findet und dann schlussendlich hinten die Tür knacken kann, die ich aber auch so öffnen kann.
All right then.
Von wem sind die sichtbar?
This may prove useful. What you ask is done. Nothing is closed to the perceptive mind.
Hier finden wir sicher jetzt nochmal einen Schlüssel. Oder den. Free Alva from Noonfrost. A young Orlan scrambles on the stone floor, pressing her back against the wall and baring her teeth at you. Her fur is patchy and matted. As you step into the room, She squints and turns her large ears toward you. A heavy sigh escapes her tiny body. Beasts take me! My eyes mistook you for one of them. Please get me out of here. What happened to you? When Noonfrost began freezing the lake, my sister Lara sent me to seek out the cause. She scowls at the digi-room. The pale elf Estramon sized me before I could report back. These pale elves are behind it. They showed up in Twin Elms not long ago, saying they wanted to see the upkeep of Noonfrost. I don't know how, but they opened the Frosthelm breach at the back of the temple, sucks warmth and life straight into their frozen god's barren domain. She shivers. They've got to be stopped. It's only a matter of time before the cold spreads further. It isn't safe yet. Wait here until I clear the path. Tell me about the people that captured you. She snarls, her pointed teeth flashing. A clan of pale elves from the White that wends. Devotees of Rumgrand, or so they claim. Their actions suggest other intent. They've come ready to fight. Wizards, priests and paladins. A wizard named Glacial leads them. A man obsessed with the Frosthewn breach. My ears hear him through the wall, casting spells and calling upon strange powers. I don't know what he wants with it. But no good can come out of it. Can come of it. Can you tell me anything about the Frosthewn breach? She shakes her head. Not really. Something to do with Rimgard, the beast of winter. I follow Grain myself. Goodbye. Dann gehe ich halt wieder. Was haben wir hier noch? Einen Dolch, einen feinen Dagger. Den können wir direkt eintüten. Ich speichere hier nochmal. Make a run for it, der wird halt dabei umkommen. Make a run for it. She turns toward the hall, her large ears angled forward. As fast as my feet can carry me. She scrambles for the exit and on emaciated arms and legs. At the door she glances back at you. She scrambles for the exit. As the door she glances back at you. Thank you, Estramor, and be careful. She melts into the shadows. Oh oh, da bist du wohl leider tot. Nee. Mal gucken, was die Quest sagt. Ob da indicated wird, ob wir eine andere Option haben. Lake in Oldsong has begun freezing over since the arrival of a group of pale elves. Lara, a member of the Fangs, sent her sister Alva to investigate. Alva sent to the Temple of Noonfrost looking for answers. She hasn't returned. Kann ich mich gar nicht daran erinnern. Locked in a room near the back of Noonfrost. She told me that Glenfern captured here when they caught her sneaking around. She wants me to help her escape. Aber wenn man die jetzt alle umbringen müsste, dann hätte man ja sehr viel gehabt von dem Rumgeschleiche. These bronze manacles gleam with frost. Vielleicht kann man das aus dem Westen irgendwie durchbrechen oder vielleicht hat man jetzt Dialogoptionen, die freigegeben sind. Moment, da ist auch noch so ein Dings. Aber das kann man nicht anklicken. Ne. Blöd.
bring your end.
This ends
I
here.
bring your end.
Da rauszukommen wird jetzt etwas problematisch, wenn die da so nicht so synchron laufen, wie ich mir das gedacht habe. Denn dann werden wir da einfach eingequetscht. Naja. Naja, der Rest der Gruppe ist ja noch rechts. Der kann ja zumindest sehen, wie es sich mit dem anderen Typen verhält.
Need something?
Es sei denn, der sieht den schon als Aggro. Was ja auch bescheuert ist. Naja gut, ich meine, habe ich die Tür aufgemacht, die nicht auf sein sollte.
What? What?
Hey. All right then.
What?
Hey. Hey. All right then.
Der muss auf jeden Fall umdrehen. So. Speichern. Das ist jetzt der Zeitpunkt, wo sie eigentlich los muss.
Must flow deeply indeed.
Wie bin ich denn an dem vorbeigekommen eben? Oder läuft er nach links? Naja, muss man warten, bis der nach unten gelaufen ist, um dann oben vorbeizukommen. Na, er wird halt von unten durch die Wand gesehen. Geschafft. Und da muss ich auch hier erstmal einen Schnitt machen. Dann schauen wir uns das beim nächsten Mal weiter an. Aber mal sehen. Bis dann.